Upcycle, recycle, reclaim, renew. We hear these terms all the time when it comes to revamping vintage furniture. But it can also be intimidating, right? That's where Missouri decorator TAM Stone of TAM Stone Interiors comes in. Today, she shows us simple and fun ways to breathe new life into hidden gems. Tam, we're starting with a plain old chair. Yeah. Right? That was picked up where? At some
Yeah, this was literally at a garage sale. I found 4 chairs that were very similar, really in kind of atrocious shape. So.
And you've turned them into 4 different beautiful things, and you brought 3 of them here. Let's start with the gold leaf.
Yeah, this is very on trend right now. I saw gold all over market while I was at High Point this past month, and it's really very on trend. We're seeing it in chairs, we're seeing it in decorative, everywhere.
And so you did this one, and then we have a picture also of another one. So you've got 2 versions of a metallic.
Yeah, you can do the entire piece like I did here. Right. Or if you'll notice here on this other one, there's a vintage find up there. That table's in really poor shape, but they just refinished it with a stain, but then added a decorative paint finish to it. So some of these different tools up here that we have are actually liquid metals as well as, you know, leafing products. So you put a sizing on it, and then you let that get tacky. We'll do that here in a minute. And then you put your leafing on it. You can embellish with these metal paints or pens.
And the gold leafing just comes in just a roll of gold leaf that you can just pull off and
this is a metal leaf. True gold leaf comes in squares.
Right.
And so you can very much see that pattern when it's applied professionally, true gold leaf.
What did you do over here? Show me number 2.
Okay, this is where you're really doing kind of a shabby chic kind of look. And so this is first painted, and there's a lot of lines of paint, like this farmhouse paint right here. It's no prep. You just wipe it down. You don't have to prime it or anything like that.
And then the pink.
Yeah, and this
which
is
I love.
Lacquer, yeah. And this is in the Radiant Orchid. This is the Pantone Color of the Year. We got a little cushion set on it. But this is purely a spray painting process. And really, you have to take your time. You've got to do light coats. Let them dry.
So several light coats.
Yeah. Don't do the big ones. And then these are 2 just great designers that have made a specialty. Parker Kennedy in Atlanta. And look at this. Those are all vintage pieces that have been white lacquered. And then of course the ceiling has got that incredible pink through it too. But just a great look.
Work on the other half of this because you did half the chair, and the other half you're going to show me how to do?
Yeah, we're going to take this kind of shabby chic one here, and first of all, what I did to do this kind of gold leaf technique, you just put an adhesive on, and then these sheets of gold, I'm hoping that it's not too dry yet.
What kind of adhesive do you put on first?
It's actually a metal sizing, so it's a product made specifically for it.
And do I just press?
Yeah, press up here in the front. I applied it, and it has to set up for a couple of minutes.
Oh.
And see how it just comes off. And you could do a 2-tone silver and gold if you wanted to.
Does it have to be even, or is it supposed to look kind of
It can be however you want it, depending upon how much sizing you apply and how harshly you burnish it. Typically, you have to spray seal it.
Okay.
So you would put a finish over it just so that the metal leafing doesn't come off on your clothing or anything else.
Sure, you don't want people to sit down and then stand up and have gold pant.
Exactly.
Gold pants.
Yeah,
gold
little flecks on them.
Right.
And then the other thing you can do, this was a 2-step process on this chair. I started by painting it this kind of chalky gray color.
Right.
And then I put this dark wax on it. And basically, I'm going to let you do this.
Okay.
We're going to put a little bit of wax on this brush here. And then it's always best to kind of...
Is it gold wax?
No, it's actually kind of a brown wax.
Okay.
And then you can just apply it like on the leg here.
It kind of smells like my grandpa's old shoe shine.
Yeah, actually, probably is very similar. I don't know for sure.
Like that. Okay.
But you just kind of apply it.
Where
just apply
now?
it on here on the leg here on the front. And as you rub it in, you rub it in a little bit darker in the crevices, but you see how that starts to look
kind of
like the other side, and it'll leave a nice sheen. And of course, if DIY isn't for you, some of these other local sources, go find some great stuff and just buy it.
Just go ahead and shop.
Yeah.
If Tam says it, we'll do it. All right. Thank you so much, Tam.
Great. Thank you.
This is great stuff. Tam also got to meet Carrie Cuxey of HGTV's hit show Cash and Carrie. And during the Spring Home and Garden Show in Kansas City last month, Carrie revealed to Tam that she has a new line of colored stains specifically designed for repurposing vintage and antique furniture. It's debuting this spring. As for where, we checked with Tam yesterday. The retailer hasn't been announced yet, so stand by. We are on Carrie Cuxey watch.